people, welcome to Politricks Watch. This is Sir P. Now, oftentimes, you see some movie or you see some documentary, and you see some birds, right, they migrate from one location to the next. Right now, I saw the 87s them a move. You see the 1970s, early 80s, 87 we all think about, where come from a certain community and stay there, so for most of them life, them days are over. These 87s now have the financial resources, they now have the contacts for not just run away from their community, right, but pack up and move. I know so every parish have an uptown, so wherever is the so-called nicer side of the parish, them can go there. Them can get Airbnb, them not gated communities, right? They might come from Kingston, but them have links and mobile, man tell them about one place, then just pack up and move go there. I'm going to show you some numbers, right, and show you why the modern 87, right, is so mobile that anywhere them shift go, them can affect the murder rate. You see, you have some places that are traditionally considered bad man place. When you check murder stats for the year, you just know that them place there are go spooky. I'm going to show you, so enough of them places they actually are having a decline in murders. Then I'm going to show you some places that are not traditional bad man place have an increase in murders. I'm going to give you my theory as to why this is happening. When I think about bad man place, when I think about communities that are, quote unquote troubled, when I think about place where are top the murder charts, which names come to mind? If you've been following the channel for a while, supporting the movement for a while, you would have seen many videos that we do about this. So South St. Andrew should come to mind. St. Andrew South. Usually, it's number one. Look on your screen right now. South St. Andrew is currently having a 39.7% decrease in murders. The one area, the one division where I always say, them always a lead. St. Andrew South. 39.7% decrease. That is significant. Next place come to mind. We don't know them by now. No? Which next place come to your mind? West Kingston. Look on your screen. 21.9% decrease. Which other place come to mind? Kingston Central. Batman Place. Look on your screen. 54% decrease in murders. How about Kingston East at a Rockford them place there? Badman Place. 28% decrease in murders. How about St. Catherine North? Right. 14%. By their standards, that is not too bad. Last year this time they had 34, this year is 39. It's an increase, but it's not nothing major. How about St. Catherine South? 36.4% decrease. See say all of the traditional badman places, or the majority of them, are having a decrease in murders. So that means the stats, Jamaica's murder charts, one St. Catherine South, one's Kingston Western, one's Kingston Central, and then place there, I have these kind of decrease in murders. Jamaica should be having one of its best years ever, but instead, we're having the same results. We're having the exact same results, even all these places, having a decrease. We're going to show you what go on. Look on the screen right now, because this is extremely spooky. We already hear say by end of June, them are quell what go on at St. James. We will see, But look on the screen. All of the decreases them in the traditional badman place them, the traditional hotspots. Look on your screen and now you will see why there is no change in Jamaica's murder total or Jamaica's murder rate. Look on your screen. Trelawney, 250%. Westmoreland, well I guess lately Westmoreland has been a traditional hotspot lately, but Westmoreland, 79.2%. St. Mary, 1400%. They had one last year this time, now them are 15. Manchester, 55% increase. St. Elizabeth, 55% increase. St. Thomas, 22% increase. Portland has remained constant, 0%. Do you see what is happening here, people? As quote-unquote town I get cool, quote-unquote country I get hot. Rural Jamaica is having the biggest gains in murders because the 87s are now so mobile. Enough of the reason why these places in rural Jamaica are so hot are the same man them from the traditional acidic communities, the traditional bad man place, and them a go in the rural areas them to spike the crime rate. So when time the police them lock down St. Andrew South, when them lock down West Kingston, them man they take with themselves and go other places. And when them did so, them not live in peace either. Them carry the madness with them. This is just one of the reasons. Of course, them have them own things that go on. Right, and we know them probably have some history or whatever. But, in my opinion, enough of them places where you see I get hot, enough of the man them from the same town, enough of the man them from Mobile, when they come under a little pressure, they move into neighboring parishes. They must have Trelawney the right this one. Trelawney the right side of Mobile. Right, so don't be surprised when you see Trelawney. Right. Jump from 4 to 14, 250% increase. Mobile man them want lay low, so them move from Motor Salt Spring, move from Motor Norwood, and go to Trelawney. Look on St. Mary. Notice St. Anne, which steer town and them place there, normally kind of spooky. St. Anne is having a decrease, but St. Mary, where the next door, is having an increase. And you see what I go on? You see, if it was a case where we just had an extra 1,087 were killing, the number wouldn't be the same. The murder rate, or the amount of murders wouldn't be the same. It would have just doubled. We'd have go from 1,300 murders to 2,000 odd. Make a reason. We're not seeing the JCF getting a whole heap of convictions and taking them out off of the road. Right? We don't even have SOEs in place anymore. So no big collecting of man not even a go on. Right? So more or less same on them dep on the road. But we average about 1,300 to 1,400 murders every year. This year, we're on pace to hit the same figure like last year, but the traditional hotspots them decrease and in other places are increase. In my opinion, are the same man them a move going to different communities. And in Goddess go mash it up, then when time, then get pressure there so, they move back to them old community or one next place. So when you're looking at the data, you're seeing St. Andrew South drop, right? And for example, St. Mary increase. For all we know, are the same man them. Why I start looking to this is because communicating with the PIA, me hear the same thing over and over. Be a strange man at the place. People in some parish where, some communities where normally not have no trouble. I say, I be a strange man at the place. I who them muta, and the muta look spooky. Right? The muta look like they come, right? For enrich the community with joy and peace, right? They look like them come for get to know them neighbors, them spooky and menacing. Who them muta just come to the place, and then as them reaching at the place, they hear so 3-4 robberies start, shooting go on, double murder. People are like me, boy, my community in this parish is so quiet. All of a sudden, strange man come to the place, shots start fire. My opinion are the same 87 them are left from other communities. Right. They might take with themselves from the hotspot them and they might go towards the place them. Right. When they have as much heat and as much pressure, but them can't left out the violence. Them can't left out the acidity. And next thing, enough of the killing them when man want to do it in them place, them get man from out of town to come do it. So even though the murder is recorded in St. Mary, right, or it's recorded in St. Elizabeth, that no means that the 87 come from St. Mary or St. Elizabeth. That was that's how it happened. if you were to trace back these killings, wouldn't say are the same man them that did the same murder them. Same gun them and move across the island. Next thing I want to talk about. Speaking about town. When you hear me talk about it already. The townification of the nation. Once town culture started to dominate all the parishes in Jamaica, when you start to see enough places where it's cool and quiet start get spooky. There used to be a clear difference in how youth from town act compared to youth from the rural parts of Jamaica. There was a clear difference. Even though they were all Jamaicans, you could clearly tell there was a cultural difference. Now, there's a townification of the nation. Or the youths them from rural Jamaica profile are the same way the youths them from town profile. Right. Unfortunately, the youths them now copy the best attributes of quote-unquote town. They're copying the worst. Probably we'll make an entire video on that. Townification of the nation. Anyway, let me know your opinion in the comment section. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, no life. Culture squad, see you circling. Bless.